Hey everybody, how's it going? And good evening, konnichiwa and kabawa, kikidesiga, minasa, and Ohio goisaimasu. Mr. Adventure here, or just call me Mighty, but welcome back again to another reaction video at your service. What's up, guys? I'm okay, just another rough morning again, and I seriously hate working outside when it's raining that much because it just makes things to be a little difficult for me. And I know nobody cares. I mean, it can happen to anyone. Either they're having a rough morning, have a rough day, or a rough night. I mean, it's the results. It can be the same. It just sucks for me. But at least I got some rest to take my mind off. And it's almost an hour before NXT to begin. So I know that there are some couple videos that I am going to be checking out. So I just wanted to clear my head. And that's pretty much it, because I'm just not feeling it. But however, I am going to take a look of the new clip, or rather a new trailer that's from Tekken 8. And well, let's just say that something that really intrigued me, and this may be the first ever that's ever happened to the gaming franchise, let alone to be at to the lore to Tekken. So this is the title, known as Story So Far with Brian Cox, the well-known actor from X2 who played William Stryker in the movies, well, two movies, Red. So really, you ever have a well-known celebrity in Hollywood to be given of the narration to of the all the history of Tekken? Well, holy shit! I did not. This is a really surprise about that, but hey, why not? So let's just take a look at this and let's begin. So without further ado, it's time to react. Go.
Every single fight, no matter how big or small, has a story behind it.
Oh my God.
That's why when it comes to Tekken and the King of Iron Fist tournament, there's one hell of a story to tell.
Oh yeah. It's a one hell of a story, all right.
In Tekken 8, Jin Kazama will face off against his father, Kazuya Mishima, for the last time. Kazuya is threatening global
That was
domination.
good. He actually,
And since Jin
he actually
is the
said
only
his
other
name.
person who possesses the devil gene as well, he may be the only chance the world has left. But how did we even get to this point? What the hell is a devil gene? And why do these fathers and sons keep throwing each other off cliffs?
You know, that is an interesting
Well,
question.
It revolves around these three men.
Yeah.
Heihachi Mishima, his son Kazuya Mishima, and his son Jin Kazama. When Kazuya was just 5 years old, his father, Heihachi, feared the boy possessed the devil gene, which is passed down through generations to the bearer's children. It allows the host to transform into a winged demon that possesses incredible strength and power. So, Heihachi did what any loving father would do. Threw Kazuya off this cliff to see if he would survive. And survive he did. Kazuya would spend the next 21 years training to become a deadly fighter. The hatred he harbored for his father fueling his motivations. Ultimately, Kazuya would defeat Heihachi and become the first King of Iron Fist tournament champion. And then, in a moment of poetic justice, would throw his father off a cliff. Years later, we find
Pretty
Kazuya
much.
has turned even more sinister than his father was. But it brings us to the one woman who saw the potential good in Kazuya, animal rights activist Jun Kazama. Together, they would have a child, the third piece of this patricidal puzzle, Jin Kazama. Jin grew up without knowing his father, and after tragedy suddenly befell his mother, Jin sought out his grandfather and would be trained in the Mishima fighting ways by none other than Heihachi Mishima. Ever the opportunist, and knowing Jin possessed the devil gene, Heihachi would use Jin until ultimately betraying his grandson, shooting him at point-blank range in the face. However, death was not for Jin, and what would kill any other man would trigger what had laid dormant in Jin until that moment, and Devil Jin was born. Since then, these three men have waged war against each other time and time again.
Throughout 4, 5,
This is
6,
until the most recent tournament, where Kazuya faced off against his father, Heihachi, for the final time by taking his life and throwing the body into a volcano, like only a Mishima can.
Right to the lava pit of the devil pit.
Which brings us to now. Kazuya's complete global control is almost at hand, and his power is seemingly unchecked. However, now fully healed from his own battles, Jin has resurfaced and is focused on stopping his father to become not just the newest champion of the King of Iron Fist tournament, but possibly the savior of all mankind too.
Savior is a very strong word, if you wanted to call that.
In Tekken 8, fist meets fate.
Okay, I will say that this is a very such of a potent for Mr. Brian Cox to deliver of this narration, and it's definitely that makes you feel like you're on the edge of the seat. So that's I mean, kudos to him. I'm just wondering that. I'm curious did he get paid by Harada for this? I mean, this definitely a solid effort to revisit of the history that goes all the way back to the beginning, and and that the Kazuya's mother is from another clan that her purpose was to assassinate Heihachi, which that was explained in the Tekken 7. So, but yeah, that's, as the old saying goes, is that the apple does not fall from the tree, or give it a take it I guess is that when it comes to fathers like Heihachi does have a thing for throwing the little punks into to the edge of the cliff, and that's still considered that's the most brutal way to kill your own son if they survive. But yes, that's exactly how the story begins, all the way from Tekken 2, and Tekken 3, and the story that just continues on with it just being from one protagonist becoming as the obsessed of power and the ambition that drives in, and that is the way of the Mishima has always been like that. Yeah, this is gonna be a one big doozy, and especially with now it's gonna be focused on with Jin and Kazuya. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I mean, if Jin does defeat his father, will that driven of the ambition is gonna be the same like he did in Tekken 5, or are things gonna be a little different? I will pray for that. That's all I'm gonna say. So, not bad. That's a pretty interesting clip and a nice give of a speech away from Mr. Cox. So I'm rather let you guys decide about that. So to get to the big question is, what did you think of Brian Cox's performance? So if you guys did enjoy that, hit the like button and also leave a comment down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.